brothers, that's 20 goons. And ice cream whip, triple school. I got 3 strikes, ain't got to lose. When it's all on the line, what you gonna do? Come on, I'm highly favored. Don't wanna blame me, no conversation, ain't got time for no debating. It's for the tape, hesitation, don't try my patience. I'ma pour out one for the set, boy, till there's nothing left. On a run to the bread until we all got them baguettes. Hear them footsteps coming, cause we coming for the check. We ain't gon' run, no we don't hide. I could never switch, not a day in my life. Long as my dogs, they buy my...
All right, much appreciated, Coach, as we welcome all of you to our exclusive coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it, this crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the San Francisco 49ers and the Portland Riverhogs. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Hey, here we go. Tight end right. Even, 4 down.
This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. And an early how do you do right there as they're going to bury him in the backfield. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
Second and 12 at the 23-yard line.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Throwing is Wilson. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. And this opening drive not going to plan. This is now 3rd and 13. From the shotgun, Wilson. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. The speedster Dante Pettis back deep to return. And when it's said and done, it's a 58-yard punt. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their own 24. They'll run for the first time with Tevin Coleman. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. It's a gain of 35.
Outside handoff to the right side. If you're a running back, you love getting the ball early so you have vision to see what's happening in front of you.
Right tackle likes that call. Big play for him, but don't forget about the guys you always tell me on the backside sealing off.
Well, they talk about cutoff blocks, making sure no one can leak from the backside that can run a play down.
And nobody leaked. Big play. Now this throw caught left side. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. That one goes for 30 yards. The previous play, big on the ground. That one big through the air. Things have jumped up quickly.
Certainly appears that whatever their thought process is on the defensive side of the ball, they're one play behind. You know, loaded up for the pass, they hit them with the run. Load up for the run, they hit them. They've got to get in sync.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 10-yard line.
Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Here we go, here we go. 180!
On 2nd down, it's Coleman. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2.
Early down stuffs to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Here we go. Flank 80!
Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. The quick slant caught. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
Brings up 4th down.
So the snap will come from the 3, but remember, they don't need the touchdown. They can get the first down if they get a yard, and the ball gets to the 2. They'll run it with Coleman, and he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown. Tevin Coleman, his 6th touchdown of the season, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Robbie Gould on for the extra point. And his kick is good, but flags come in. Looks like we're going to get a roughing call here on the follow-through. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. This is fielded at the goal line. And he will make it back to the 15, and that's it. Good coverage there by the kick team. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And on the first drive, 3 and out. I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
What? 380! You must be getting tired of seeing me.
On 2nd down now, it's Carson. Takes it to the 26, just a 1-yard gain.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Me and you all day. All day. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Check 3. Check 3. Zebra. Hey, look. You got tight right there. Orbit. Switch.
And with very little time left on the play clock, Pete Carroll's going to call timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. 49ers have an extra defensive back on the field, a nickel set for 3rd down. Now it's Wilson. Blitz coming, and down he goes. D Ford, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
Whenever you see a team deciding to throw the ball on 3rd and 1, as a defensive player, my mindset is we've got them now, and that's why they dialed up the blitz and got after them.
But occasionally, you want to pass it on 3rd and 1. I mean, not a lot for sure, but sometimes just to keep the defense guessing.
Oh, no doubt. You want to break tendencies as you go along with a game because you don't want to just say, oh, 3rd and 1, we know exactly what they're going to do. But in this situation, as an offensive lineman, as a running back, I'd want to know why I didn't get the football.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. And look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. That'd be ideal.
A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
At the 30-yard line.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Garoppolo to Coleman. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2.
Right, here we go. Like 20. I got you.
Garoppolo looking to throw on 3rd and 2. And that will be incomplete.
Brandon, their last miss on 3rd down, they actually were able to alleviate it because they picked it up with a 4th down conversion. I don't know that they'd be wise to try and do that again here. To me, you got to punt the ball away.
And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. This is taken around the 12. A good return there, call it 13 yards. And that will come the offense as they take over. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down.
But when this ball's tipped and intercepted, picked off by the former first-rounder Jimmy Ward. Then they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
They'll run with Coleman on 1st down. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
That's the end of the first quarter. With the score.
Here we go.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Now Garoppolo. Man open. It's Goodwin. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down.
They hit that crossing route really well. Excellent timing, puts it right on him, and he keeps running.
Yeah, turned it upfield for good yardage. Garoppolo looks to throw. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Deebo Samuel, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Gold able to tack on the extra point, and it's now 14-0. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between two.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. D. Ford make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. Wilson now off the bootleg. They'll roll him out right. And that going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
3rd and long, it's Wilson. Open man is Metcalf, he's got it. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A good pickup there, 26 yards. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Dancing to his left. Now he'll pull it down. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
The best quarterbacks that ever played the game all wanted to blend in with their teammates and be one of the guys. But sometimes you got to take modesty and put it aside. You're the franchise quarterback, the face of the team, and the guy that leads them to victory. You have to get down and protect yourself and not take hits like that.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Wilson. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
On 1st down, it's Coleman. He's got the 1st down here inside the 30. And finally, wrestled down at the 11. He's able to rip off 32 on that one. It's a 1st down. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Right back to Coleman here on 1st down. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Garoppolo. And now Garoppolo lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Watch the run, watch the run.
13.
Right there, 54 Mike.
On 3rd and long, it's Garoppolo. That's complete to his speedy wideout Goodwin. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. They wind up getting 16, but even that's not quite enough. It's 4th down. So Garoppolo off. Coming on is the veteran Robbie Gould for the 49er field goal. This is less than an extra point, just a 19-yard attempt. And in his 15th season, he's able to get this one to go. And the lead will grow. It's now 17-0. So it's an old-school extra point that counts 3 times. It's certainly a disappointment they weren't able to get it in the end zone.
Yeah, I can just imagine post-game, head coach looking at the box score, 19-yard field goal, grimacing a little bit, but having to realize that at that moment, getting 3 points was vital. Go ahead and get the points, put them on the board.
At their own 22-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
Want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two.
Well, that play looks familiar because we saw them working on it in practice this week. And for a lineman trying to block on this play, they love when they get the defense moving in one direction. And when they try and change directions, it's a lot easier to pick them up and ward them off.
And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, so it was looking good, but nothing there. And now it's 3rd down and inches. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. Wilson now to throw on 3rd down. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Akello Witherspoon. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation, but sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
And the drive starts with a handoff to Coleman. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 15 for the Niners there and a 1st down. From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10. This is Jeff Swaim, the tight end. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. It'll go as a 1st down for San Francisco on a pickup of 16. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Shaquem Griffin, he was relentless there as he hits home for the sack.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
Yeah, a few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. Deep ball for Goodwin. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Bradley McDougald that time able to knock it away.
You've always been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they've thrown it to him?
Yes, he had caught every other ball coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away.
Well, they finally made an adjustment there. We'll see if they can build on that stop. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
11. Hey, 50.
A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jaron Reed muscles his way in for the sack.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things that's gone right. Right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the second half. Fairly short kick taken at the 14 here. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire half.
He's got a convoy, and he might be gone. Touchdown, 49ers. Tevin Coleman, his second touchdown of the night. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve.
Gotta go, in and out, let's go. 56.
Second and 10 now, Wilson. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. Akello Witherspoon, really good coverage from the Colorado man, getting a hand in on it.
And we just saw another example. These cornerbacks have played tight coverage all game long. Might start wanting to think about a few double, triple move routes to try and shake their guys free.
You're right, they have had no room to breathe. He lets it fly for Lockett, and that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down. Another drive comes and goes, still nothing on the scoreboard.
Yeah, and when the second half comes, you know, it's real easy to get discouraged and wonder if you're ever going to get things started. You just got to fight through it. Got to keep pounding away.
And he'll go out near midfield at the 49.
Here we go.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 49-yard line.
Here we go,
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
Check.
They'll start out on the ground with Coleman. A gain of 3, second down.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
And 7 at the 47-yard line.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. To throw is Garoppolo. And he almost intercepted it. They haven't picked a ball off yet. That probably should have been their first. And it's 3rd down now.
3rd down and 7 yards to go.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down.
White. Pilot, 64, weak.
From the gun, it's Garoppolo. Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Trying to get their tight end involved finally. That's the first time that they've looked his way. He's kind of been a forgotten man in this offensive scheme.
Yeah, it didn't look his way at all in the first half, and I'll bet you the offense coordinator made a note at the half and said, let's get him involved because he could be a big-time playmaker for us.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And great special teams work here. This is knocking on the door of the 5. They'll spot it at the 6-yard line. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
Look left, look left. Off. 56 of mine.
Throwing now, Wilson on first down. And this one's incomplete. Chris Carson, the intended receiver, but it's going to be second down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield. Couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It's way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Go!
Now Wilson going to throw again. They'll run the screen with Carson. And, oh, that is going to be a safety. So the screen pass goes backwards. That play seemed to have a potential disaster written all over it from the start.
I mean, wasn't that a tough spot on the field to make that call? You're inviting defensive linemen and linebackers to get pressure. So if one of them sniffs this out, you're definitely in danger. And this time, it costs them 2 points.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and give these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Mike, 54.
To throw, it's Garoppolo. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Well, that last sack, it puts Garoppolo and the 49ers in a tough spot. They face a 3rd and long.
Let's go, let's bring it. Let's bring it. Mike spot 4, Mike spot 4, Mike spot 4. Hey, they're scared. They're scared. Mike's 54.
Play fake there to Coleman. Now Garoppolo. Under pressure again, and down he goes again.
And that's the 2nd sack of the game, but this player, disruptive in all phases, whether he's going upfield, coming underneath, you name it. He's a big-time guy you have to block.
Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. Fielded just inside the 30. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. This is Carson. And he'll be brought down at at the 27-yard line. That one a first down pickup of 8.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
Now Wilson. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
When you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Here we go, D. Get off the field. Left pass.
Wilson now going again. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. D. Ford in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. An extra DB for the 49ers now on 3rd.
Kill.
From the gun, it's Wilson. Forced out to his left. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Darquez Denard there defensively.
This has kind of been the story all night long, hasn't it? An inability to really get much done on 3rd downs.
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. Oh, and this turns into a mess as it's intercepted. Picked off by Darquez Denard. The 40. He's at the 30. 10, 5. And they will score. It's a 49er touchdown. This D wanting to put it away before we even get to the 4th quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
Gold with the extra point, and the lead will swell by 1 more. That'll be taken in the end zone.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Watch the slant.
They'll start out on the ground with Carson. And just not much to be had there. 1 yard out to the 10.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. They run again with Carson. Trying to turn the corner, but they string him out and stop him at the line of scrimmage.
And that run was memorable for only one reason. There's absolutely no place to run with the football. No gaps, no creases, no gain.
It's our time. It's our time.
On 3rd down, Carson. And he's going to lose yardage here back at the 8. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th. Now here's Michael Dixon. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. Back now in the Rose City of Portland, Oregon. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. A big boot that time. 57 yards the official distance. And possession will switch hands. 1st and 10. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They begin the drive with Coleman. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they won't put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
They will run again with Coleman. And for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line. Finally, defensively, they have a little clip to show positive for actually stopping him running the football.
It's been a really long night for them, hasn't it? So they got a little bit of a win there, but let's face it, the vision that he's had running the football has carried his feet to the open space.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
It's been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Here comes the 49ers punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. Fielded at the 20. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt.
At their own 19-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield, incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
I think this one offensively, this is one where you just say, let's move on. Let's not even watch the game tapes from this one.
Yeah, you might just want to throw it in the trash, act like it was never there in the first place.
Yeah, just say we're good. I actually have heard of a coach in the past who took his team out to the practice field and ceremonially buried the game films from the prior game when they got clobbered. That was his way of putting it behind them.
Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. He's got Lockett. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th.
1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Now Wilson on first down. He's going to look deep down the field. This is caught inside the 15. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
1st and goal at the 4-yard line.
Let's go, baby. They turn over. Get that ball. Get that ball.
They're going to go with a tight end here on the running play. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make it 2nd and goal.
At the Niners' 7-yard line.
Green 80. Mike's 56.
I got him.
Check 3.
Hey, guys, listen. 37. Check 37.
Shit.
Now a first carry. Trying to keep those big legs churning, but he's going to go down in the backfield. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that is going to set up 3rd and goal.
Got it.
No chance.
Hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end.
Odd. 5 down. Stand up in.
Let's go.
And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. 6 yards puts him right on the doorstep, but now it'll be 4th and goal. Looking to throw. Myers. And it is incomplete. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And this shutout is going to continue as the defense holds again. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL.
Accelerating, and off he goes. The 30, 10, and they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. So another score there, and often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the 4th quarter. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time, they had it 4th and goal, rolled the dice, didn't get it. Now they've got to put that behind them, try to put together another drive.
A simple tip of the cap, a nod of the head to the defense. Congratulations, you got us last time. But you didn't hold us the whole time. We got down to position. We were able to be in position to score. Let's go ahead and attack again. Continue to have that kind of confidence. Not worry about the one play that didn't allow them to get into the end zone.
And this time they'll be trying to get it into the end zone. We'll see what they do. So it's our home team here in possession of the football as we come back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Carson. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of 1. And just like that, it's 3rd down.
It's now 3rd down and 4.
They run it with Carson, and he's going to have the 1st down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. They have the 1st down with that gain of 4 yards.
Hey, 0, 0, 0.
Check 50. Kill.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Carson, and he stopped immediately there. The tackle there by Richard Sherman. You don't see that a ton, do you? With a cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball's moved to the...
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Russell Wilson.
All day, baby. All day. We come.
315.
56.
So the victory here for San Francisco. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one. And that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, up a little extra spring in your step, and it showed up in this one.
They had a ton of spring in their step. Impressive victory. So for the Niners, they climb back to 500 now at 3 up and 3 down. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the home team here, the downward spiral continues as they drop to 0-6 now. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.
Ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, are you ready? Are you ready? Get ready, dog. either. Cardio kingpin, subjugate the dub play. And you know we can't wait to bring spins. A-star quizzes, A+ the final. Vocals we align, we'll move it all simultaneously over joints we rock. We earn 30 years so you can say we got 3 turns. Live off the board, unlike you and your chess men. We install doubt in you and your yes men. And if the game had veins, we'll insert upheaval the ground. Cause the adrenaline we blend with the sound is our thing. We're leaving the kings of all crowns. So are you ready? Are you set? Then jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go. Keep it steady, to the letter, right? Turn it up, y'all, keep it flow. But can you rock it like rocket fuel? What you talking about? Space out your mind. But can you rock it like rockets, fool? That's a close encounter of what kind? Set, steady, then jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go. Turn it up, y'all, keep it flow. Are you ready? Set, jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go. Keep it steady, to the letter, right? Turn it up, we giving the show. But can you rock it like rocket fuel? What you talking about? Space out your mind. But can you rock it like rockets, fool? That's a close encounter of what kind? But can you rock it like rocket fuel?